Nrgv has been an incredible mover over the last few weeks, guys, and I do have to say that I've been more than impressed on the upside targets that we've been calling here in the ARCABULLS trading team. Of course, we still have further upside targets to go, and I gotta say that some of these targets may seem like they're a little bit far-fetched, or they could be considered in some ways sensational, but I gotta say this, it does feel like it has some true validity to it, though, and we have to find out if the macro closures in the broader markets have anything to do with a potential drawdown or a potential pullback in the incoming day. So why don't we go ahead and figure out if that would be the case. But first, guys, please do me the favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, coming at you at 11:07 p.m. Pacific time on September 1st. Happy first of the month, and absolutely September coming in, right? Red September, as they say, or is it red October, whatever that is. It should be pretty damn red, but it's not looking so damn red so far here in the ticker Nrgv thus far. So guys, before we get started, I will have to show you guys something. I have to talk to you about the scammers, right? If you do decide to join the Discord, you're more than likely going to receive some kind of a message from an imposter Arca saying that there is, please, block your messages, and, I'm going to get in touch with you for only the first time here, and that is it, guys. But I want to show you that on this screen right here, guys. Yes, I'm actually filming this live with my team, just watching right now, right live. So this is currently my exact profile, okay, guys? So make sure to notice the dude here. Right now it says play because I'm live, but it's usually a minus sign to say do not disturb. But of course, my real members, they know that I am not here. I'm always here for them, right? So you can always reach out to me, okay, guys? But yes, I do say I do not offer, I do not offer copy or mirror trades ever, okay? I'm the one and only Arca. So make sure that you are talking to this person, but I will never reach out to you or friend request you first. Never. Also, watch out for the comments in the, down below here on the YouTube stream, because there are people trying to say that this is my phone number, reach out to me, right? There's a bunch of scammers out there, guys. They're using my name as credibility, and that's actually really sad, and it's, a lot of people getting their money taken. So please be aware of those scammers. So now, guys, I do have another announcement here before we get started on the analysis. I got to tell you that we are in the process of creating the full service here for Discord, guys. That means that Discord is going to turn into a full-blown private channel and private server, right, guys? Full trading server. And with that said, guys, I have made the announcement here a couple of times. I've gotten support from some of the team members here, and I know it's going to hurt a little bit, guys, but I do need the help from my original members to know that we're going to make the grandfather tier $19.99 a month, including the unusual whales thing that we're now adding into the service, guys. We're going to also add another bot server for alerts and trading signals and all that good stuff, team. We're going to make it full blown here. The price coming up, and it's not just yet ready. The price coming up for anyone new is going to be $59.99 after that. And with that said, I'm introducing to you this here, guys. Know that we've been doing 3 items per day for the 4-day Labor Day sale thing, right? I am offering this right here for only 30 people, right, guys? Only 30 people I'm going to offer this thing to. This is going to be a one-time payment for the lifetime trading team, guys. I'm not going to allow any more than that, and it's going to be a strict number, okay, guys? Expiring tonight is Alpha 1 and the Mega Mentorship for the courses, okay, guys? So, for the live mentorships, right, guys? So, anyway, enough of the shilling here. Let's go ahead and get back to our analysis, and that is going to be for ticker symbol Nrgv, guys. Of course, you can see the targets that we've been kind of putting out together here, guys. We noticed actually in the prior screen that we were observing the possible breakout from this channel here, right, to lead us into a target of roughly around 197. Of course, we got it, right? But the upside continuation was magnificent, reaching all the way up to $2.14. The upside continuation targets were not from this chart. It's actually from this one here. So now you're seeing that we do have continuation targets to the upside that we've measured here from prior reads. Should it be that we have those upside targets to be respected? We're going to find out here with volatility and see what that can be. But remember, we have many of these macro time frame closures that happened at the close of Friday. So why don't we just go ahead and take a look at what this looks like without any drawings whatsoever and see our potential future, right, guys? So the weekly time frame on this was one of the time frames that we did close, and you can see here that this is part of a broadening wedge, right? And this is actually presenting itself on a potential breakout of that. So that's looking okay. Now notice the volume change here too, right? This was a huge burst to the upside on that volume. Now we're officially above the moving average on volume, showing that there could be interest for the upside coming in. Now notice this is a closure. The volume here, guys, will actually start changing dramatically as we start moving up on this ascent. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and now look at your bi-weekly, because that was another time frame that we closed. The reason why I'm having you be aware of the bi-weekly and the weekly, right? Because remember what we always talk about, right? We always talk about the potentials of a 60 to 70% chance of a 50% pullback, right? 30 to 50% pullback of your prior bar. So at the open of the market, right, traditional hours coming in on Tuesday, that's going to give you the potentials of a retrace that can go as far as 50% these bars. The trick here is to find out how far we can actually go down without kind of missing the boat, right? Without creating a bunch of FOMO here, because many people have been asking me that through DMs, through mentions. Arca, like, what do you think? What do you think? I've been trying to get into Nrgv, but I'm not getting the pullback. What do you think about this, my good sir? So we're going to try to put together here a plan, and we're going to see if it does have any downside, right? At the present moment, Asian hour trading, we're actually at around 211, guys. So, or just above that, right? So we did have resistances in that 211. In fact, we did have a 210. We had a 214 as well for resistance. Could that be the pullback area? Well, let's take a look at your monthly closure. Let's take a look at all the closures that closed, right? Notice this here, guys. That's your monthly bar, almost Marabazoo here, and showing a gigantic amount of volume, and actually the greatest amount of volume ever traded on Nrgv historically. Okay, guys, so that's printed and ready to go with a new all-time high in volume. Very impressive. 2-month time frame also closed. Notice that it's also the all-time high in volume as well. Guys, this is ridiculous. This can introduce further upside. I do believe that this is on a macro V-shaped recovery like we spoke of way into targets below, right? Take a look at this 3-month time frame. It's not over yet. 28 days to close for that. We also closed a 4-month time frame here, guys, and that's also just in the all-time highs of volume, right? So this is looking pretty interesting indeed. Okay, guys, so now the 4-month is actually giving me some pretty nice answers in here. I will say that you know what, why don't we go ahead and take a look at all these drawings that we have, right? We're going to do it like this. We're going to gather all these drawings, and we're going to just make them into which one could it be that's messing around with us, right? It could be some of these here, right? Okay, why don't we just do this? We're going to go ahead and kind of block the visibility on all of them, and we're going to start off our new thesis right about here. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and just just do that right here. Perfect. So the 4-month time frame is allowing us to see a little bit of a pullback here, and it could be right into these areas here, right, guys? It's the proximity that we're looking for, really. So if we don't have proximity like this or a plan like this, then we'll never be able to understand what the heck it's even doing in the first place. Now, observing data cells in the next screen here, it looks like data cells is telling us that we have a daily ATR of around 16 cents from the opening of any daily value, right? So coming back here, let's just go ahead and see if there is some, some relevance to these targets down here, but I'm going to put them down anyway. I do think that we have a low coming in at about this bottom, the bottom of this candle here. So that would be a low of about 183, right? So 183 to just around the lows of these two candles, right? Is there confluence even into this one at this low? No, I guess not. So I'm going to go ahead and use probably the green one, since it's the one that's closest to our price action. So let's go ahead and put that down now. The opening valuation of this bar would be 172. We said it's going to be to the top side, to the bottom side of this candle here, 183. Perfect. 183 to 172, I'm going to say that we should probably actually use the wick low and use this 172 as a 50%. So cool, let's just do that. Let's see, that was a 150, 158. Should be okay right about there. Perfect. And let's see. Okay, so we got to observe this price here. Now, remember, the proximity is not from the areas of 202. Remember, I'm talking to you from an area of around 211. So we're already creating some this year's new high, right? So this from January to today, this is already the highest price action that we've had. Okay, so that means that this can be promoting a potential maybe monthly or bi-month. Let me see the monthly. Okay, so the bi-month, that's, you know, considerably close to its 50% here. Let's look at the bi-weekly time. That's absolutely at the bi-weekly 50%, and then introducing here a very nice wick on the prior bar high. That's starting to show me that there is a nice little area here for consideration. So if there is a zone to enter, guys, I do think that this gap has a lot to say, and there may be some type of a bear trap in this. So should it be that we have some kind of entry conditions, I'm gonna have to kind of push even a little bit. No, I'm gonna say here, guys, that I'm gonna make another zone in here, a focus area for entry conditions, guys. That's gonna bring you down to, let's see, where is that gap? I see that gap. We're gonna put it right about there. Okay. Yeah, and I don't even think we're gonna use that obvious gap there. Let me see how many candles are confluent to that area there. We're just going to put it there anyway, right, guys? So, yeah, it's going to be roughly 174. We're going to focus this, right, guys? We're going to focus it and see if we can't get ourselves tighter range for entry, right? So, yeah, it's looking like a 182 to 174. And let's see. Hold on. Almost there. I want to make sure that I'm observing everything possible within these larger time frames. I'm going to adjust. Yep, I'm going to adjust just a little bit from that 182 into the confluence of these two bars at the opening and closing valuations, which are confluent to this wick low. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and adjust that there, and I'm also going to adjust the channel, right? So the channel would come up just a little bit too. Perfect. So this would be my focus area for entry. And let's go ahead and highlight it just a little bit more here and make the box a green zone instead of like this weird color that it has. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and put the receipts down on this because I do believe that this could be a pretty interesting area for consideration. Now, I'm going to also tell you, team, that there is the possibility to where this thing just, you know, doesn't go there. So I need you to kind of be aware of that, right? So, okay, at this point, let's see, 174. We have to just put this up a little. There you go. All right, perfect. So this could be your entry condition here. Man, I gotta tell you that the immediate short term may show us something, but let's do it. Let's look at volatility here, guys, and find out what it could be showing. I mean, guys, we have a massive amount of insider buys, right? The insider buys are coming in on this pretty damn aggressively, and that's kind of, you know, that's showing us something. That's showing us that there is long-term conviction. They granted them the huge freaking loan, so they are cash ready, and they have a growing stock. And I think that they're going to be announcing their compliance. Should be next week. I don't know how long they have to wait before announcing that they're compliant, right? But I think that was it. Right, so usually when you spend 30 days or more, under the compliance, you would get a notice that gives you 180 days to get back to compliance for 10 days in sequence. So after that 10 days, then you are, then you are good to go. I believe there's a 30-day period within there as well, but it still kind of reserves everything to around the 10-day mark. Okay, so now that we have a potential area for entry, well, like I said, let's go ahead and take a look at volatility now and find out what the heck this thing is going to do. So immediate short term, not quite clear, so let's just use buy minute and see what we're doing there. Okay, well, it's also in a weird position too. So let's just suggest upside on this. Upside continues into the 3-minute time frame. Remember that we're using volatility as your acceleration when it expands and your deceleration when it contracts. Okay, guys, so we're already at 14 minutes in this video. Make sure to hit those ATWs in the chat below, and everything will be cool. Okay, guys, so yeah, we have upside continuation with acceleration into the 3-minute, 4-minute time frame, suggesting upside, 5-minute upside, continuing into the 10 for total upside. So let's go ahead and pull up data cells and tell us what that upside can be. So if we are opening, guys, from 206, meaning that I may be reading the Asian hours right now, I'm not even going to lie, that'll take you 3 cents to the upside, which resists at about No, yeah, you're resisting at about 209, right? So 209 would actually mean that you're resisting at about 210. So if that's the case there, cool. Downside starts from 210. That'll put us continuing to the downside into a 15-minute, 20-minute downside, still 30-minute downside, hourly down. Oh, almost there. 3 hours of downside from the 210 area, right? So from 210-ish, that'll give us a retrace of about... let's see, 9 cents. So that'll be okay. That puts us back down to 201. So let's see, a 201 area would be a hard target of what? Let's see. Okay, yeah, that would be roughly around the $2 target, almost exactly. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna say that the range of the $2 target has this right here at 197. So 197 to $2. Perfect. Here we go. All right. Now, let's go ahead and continue on to the 4 hour, because this would be continuing upside from the 197 to $2 zone. $4, right? 4 hours of upside continuation with acceleration. 6 hours, it's still kinked. Upside is still there. Upside is still there in the 8 hour, still kinked in the 12. Daily time frame still has, yeah, and it closed massively green. So 2-day time frame still upside, closing massively green. Your 3-day closed, yeah. Damn, this is not done. Oh shit. Yeah, this is not done, guys. Yeah. Weekly time frame closed with this massive upside continue. It's like, it's so red hot right now, but it's still like, it just doesn't even matter. It's still going. Wow. Okay. Upside continues into the monthly, bi-monthly. Let's look at the 4 month. I can't even see in there. So yeah, guys, I'm going to have to use, I could use it from the opening of your 4 month bar, which is going to be here in the intraday next day. This is potentially taking you from, I mean, if we are really suggesting 197 to $2, you're looking at $3.31 to the upside, giving you a target of just about $5.30. So $5.30 is actually a very curious target, though. So $5.30. Let me just go ahead and do this here. I'm gonna put that target there, and I'm gonna make the trajectory. But we're gonna just go ahead and yeah, that would be right up here, 554-ish. Okay, so let me just make the trajectory on this real quick, right, guys, and then we'll just finish it off by looking at the target that we had prior to this, right? So, okay. All right, guys. So yeah, immediate short-term time frame upside. This can go anywhere between the 210 to 215. It's usually around there, right? So this can top out roughly around that area there, 214 preferably. This would actually come back down, bounce from the zone of around 197 to $2. Should there be a liquidity grab? If there is, that's going to be the 184. But so far, I'm not reading anything beyond 197, okay? So this would be the bounce from this area here, right? Reject the 210, come back down, validate $2, continue to the upside, a little bit of contraction here before we explode towards that upside, guys. And this is going to be the next thing here, though. We're going to have to start observing price, because sure, we have resistances literally at 229 to 230. So let's just kind of put that there and then just let it be there for now, right? 229 to 230. And remember the liquidity grab. The only reason I'd say that happened is because of the behavior of the retraces from the larger time frame. Okay, guys, that's about it. Okay, so now, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just put this up here like this here, right? And put this down there like this. And also here, this would be a resistance range. This would also be a resistance range too, right? So that's going to be your 229 to about we said around 231, whatever. So either 230, right? So cool. That's there. I'm going to color these red just so that we are now keeping track of this area here, right? We need to make sure to keep track of it, or else we're just going to be doomed. So, and this would also be a red color as well. Man, guys, this is really not done. Holy crap, it's not done. Okay, so perfect. So guys, what happens when you join the ARCABULLS trading team is that, see, I'm going to create this like bit of a screenshot here, right? So then what I do is as we're observing this, right, I'll go inside of the chat where the team is still watching, and I'll go ahead and share it to them just like this, so they have the play before anything, right? So then we come back over here and then we finish it off. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in the drawings here, because we did say that we had a potential, it's going to look like a gigantic mess, by the way, right? So just you know, kind of bear with me here, right? This is the rectangle before the price label. So we're going to go ahead and show this here, right? And the upside targets, I don't know, did I have it in here or no? Okay, guys. Oh, the 554 is already there, but the 554 is so much confluent to the broadening wedge that we have. So I'm just going to double check to see if I have it. Yep, I definitely do. It's actually in the other chart. Here you go, guys. So what we're actually experiencing here is a broadening wedge breakout, right? Like we were talking about this. So the take profit target for the broadening wedge would actually be at the genesis of the formation. So that's roughly in this area here. So technically speaking, it would be around 531, but we have major resistances at 502 to just about 518, and that would be confluence to the 554 that we just managed to kind of get here within mathematics. Right there it is. So that to me is very cool. Now also remember that we were talking about a 230 right down here, right? 240, here it is, 228. And then we had a 240, 247, and we also have a 264. All of those targets are confluent to the other discretionary chart that we had, right, guys? Check it out. We have your 228, right? We have right in here the 243. We have your 269, and all good, right, guys? So yeah, that is the trajectory that I'm seeing here, guys. So if you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com. Remember to send over your TradingView username and your proof of purchase to that email, to that same email, should it be that you have purchased those indicators and strategies. Okay, guys, but I think this is a pretty good place to leave off, and we'll speak very scary Larry soon. All right, guys, we'll talk soon. Adios, team. Peace, and peace. Yeah. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.